Hello friends. So actually due to some unexpected reasons there was some audio issue in the live workshop, so we are doing another session. So we are just recording another session and we are uploading it to YouTube. Okay, so this is for everyone benefit, so that you can watch from here. So who all missed, they can also watch from this link. Okay, fine. So let us begin. So in this session we are going to cover basically very little bit of Excel, like the formulas, and a little bit of VBA macros. Okay, so coming to formulas, we are going to understand, like let me show you the roadmap. Yeah, so we are going to see what are different types of formulas we have in altogether in Excel, and how can we segregate them, which is like a very normal daily language. Okay, and then there is a self-learn method, how to analyze a formula, and that we are going to see. Then there are 5 tricks which are like very simple and shortcut tricks in Excel, which may help your productivity in Excel works. Okay, and then we are going to see the macro, and then final we have a small exercise. We will see that as well. Exercise in the sense homework, basically you can just have we can have a go through on that one, and this session is completed. So this will be like 1 hour video, so you can watch the full video for complete details, right? So let us move on. So we will just target one small data set, and we will try to get some insights from that data sets, like who is hitting the target, who manages each region, and how long each person on has been in the team. Okay, so this is basically on one of the data set which I want to share. Yeah, so there are a lot of columns has already been filled, so which I have utilized in the previous session. Let me erase for now. Okay, so this we are going to talk about more on formulas. So when coming to formulas, so to begin with, what is a fundamental with regard to in Excel concepts is like called display value versus actual value. So let me show you here. Suppose there is you can see the number 3 here, right? And I have updated number 2 here, and I am multiplying 3 with 2. Okay, you can see it, M44 into M46. So M44 M46, I am assuming everyone knows this, because Excel is built on rows and columns. So every row has its identity with number, and every column has its identity with an alphabet. So the combination of column ID and row ID, that will be cell address. So here when I'm showing you the multiplication, it is referring same thing. So the cell address of this particular cell is M44, and the cell address of this particular cell is M46. So both are getting multiplied, but when we are multiplying 3 with 2, the result should be 6, but we are getting 5. Okay, so this is a this is one of the issue we will have with Excel, dealing with Excels. So we always get conclusion on seeing what we are seeing at the this particular data sheet, basically. But in general, uh, we should not conclude by seeing this particular value, because this is called display value. But when you look at formula bar, this is called actual value. So the actual, when we have to make our decision or conclusion based on this particular value on any given cell. Okay, so if you have any issues or problems with Excel cells or formulas, then we have to get a conclusion based on this particular cell, whether is it a formula or is it is a direct value, or it is been linked to some other cells. So this kind of a detailed investigation we can do from actual value, not from this display value. Okay, so as I am multiplying 2.5, so if I just do decimal point, if I increase the decimal places, so you can see it is not 3, actually it is 2.5. Okay, so this is one of the basic fundamental problem in Excel, where most of the people decide by seeing on this display value. So we have to always look at the actual value in these cells. So this is one of the fundamental concept in Excel called display value and actual value. Okay, so now you understand why we got result 5, because 2.5 into 2 will be 5. Now let us understand another part of in Excel. While we are dealing with formulas, we have to be cautious with the data types. So we don't want to go deep into the data types, but I want to just give you an high level brief of what a data type means. Data in the sense, there will be lot of data will be available in the world around us, and we are coming to Excel part, that will be more on numbers and strings or text. Okay, so numbers means we can consider anything which is number, and string means it is kind of a text. Okay, string or text both are same. So what is a proper definition of string means it is will be more like it is like little bit wide. So if a particular cell, suppose a cell, if I am taking this particular cell O29, the address, okay, I have written something here Excel. So this is a proper text. Anyone by seeing this, you can say it has alphabets and it is a text. But there is a wide it has lot of things involved in text. Not only just a cell containing text is called text data type or string data type, but if you have text plus numbers, so that is also called as string or text. And if you have space, okay, some space, that is also called text. So in between text and new I have space, so space is also considered as text. Then all kind of special characters also considered as text. Okay, so this all things fall into text. So text has wider scope. Okay, and coming to numbers, numbers should be proper numbers, like numbers should not include anything like spaces or something like that. So number should be always proper number. And date and time also, they have specific data type of date and time, but still we have to ensure like at the back end it will treat it as a number by Excel. Okay, Excel will read date and time also same like numbers. Okay, so that you can that is the reason we have a feature of adding +1 -1 to dates, and also for time also you have that arithmetic operations we can perform to time as well. Okay, yeah, so these are few fundamental things related to formulas, where we want to know what is text and what is number, because while using the formulas, when there are certain formulas which specifically ask you to give text, not the number, or some formulas will ask you to give number, not the text. So if you give other way around, then you are going to get a value error, which is the value is not as expected. Okay, fine. So this is the fundamental concepts like display value and data types. Now let us just step into basic formulas in Excel. So here I want to introduce like 5 families of Excel formulas. So these are the 5 families of Excel formulas. So we can segregate all formulas into these 5 families. Few of the formulas will be aggregation, few will be dependent on condition, few will be dependent on lookup, and few will be dependent on text, and few will be date and time. Okay, so these are the 5 different types of formulas we have. This kind of segregation we will have in Excel itself, but that will be more like an kind of a technical, we can say. It will be, and it has lot of segregations, not 5, it has lot more segregation. Within aggregation itself we have lot of separate formulas, like average and max falls into statistical again, and addition, like our sum, and multiplication, division, all this falls into your arithmetic operations, mathematical operations. Okay, so yeah, so now let us proceed by lookup functions. Basically VLOOKUP, which is one and only formula which is I can say there are a lot of jobs which are running on VLOOKUPs. Though it is AI day, right now we are in the AI era, but still there are a lot of jobs which are primarily dependent on VLOOKUP. Okay, so VLOOKUP is going to serve in such a manner where it is going to solve a lot of issues to bring up the data from various places to one place. Okay, so now let us see. So this is a very fundamental employee data, okay, you are seeing. And let me do this one. Okay, so here I want to add up the regional manager information. So if you look at the data, so whenever you open Excel, just we have to read the headers to understand and get familiar with the data. So I have opened the Excel and now I am just reading through these headers. It says full name, basically employee's full name, and his department, basically it is the region which he works for, and his joining date, and his total monthly sales, what he has done for that month, and his target. Okay, so now let me show you other sheets as well. So this is a lookup sheet which includes department, basically region, and the regional manager. Okay, fine. So now I want to get each employee's regional manager based on this department. So here I have the common thing between these two lookup tables is, so for north Alok Bansal, right? So wherever it is north, I have to update Alok Bansal. So like this I have to copy and update. So this is a this is a very layman method which we copy, paste, Control C, Control V. Okay, so this is a very layman method which we do to get the data from one place to another place. But the benefit or the fundamental use of formula is to help with this kind of issues. So my VLOOKUP formula will help me to get this data from lookup tables, this sheet to this sheet. Okay, so how to use VLOOKUP I'm going to show now. So lookup value is my department, and then lookup table I have been to this sheet, and then F4. So there is another concept of absolute and relative reference. So here we have to learn that as well. I'm going to show you. Just now I've hit F4, and then there is a column index number. So we have to start counting from left to right, 1 and 2, 0. Okay, so now I got Alok Bansal. So I have selected the lookup value. Syntax I am reading, so this is called syntax, and then it is asking me table array. So where I have department and my regional manager name, so there from that is called my table array. And then column index I have. Column index number is the column position in my source from where I am getting. There what is my required columns position from the common column between these two tables, basically key column between these two tables. So it is in the second position. And then lookup range lookup. So this is one of the common thing where few people use false, and some of them use 0. There is other option as well, approximate match, so which is not followed generally, because we want to get exact match. So if there is north, I have to exactly match north in the lookup table sheet and get the value. There is no kind of I have to do approximate match, so I have to do exact match. Okay, so this is not preferred method at all. So mostly everyone uses false or 0 here. Okay, both are fine. And in one cell we can write the formula, and simply we can use Control D, just select the entire range and do Control D. So respective columns regional manager will be automatically updated. So this is the beauty of VLOOKUP. So now I want to just do a deep dive on reference style, which is absolute and relative references. Okay, so let me show you. Yeah, so here is one of the example I want to show you with regard to relative reference. So what is meant by relative reference in the sense, suppose okay, this seems to be a little far. Let me try right here. So I am just selecting something here. Okay, I have selected cell A5 and I am getting same thing. And if I drag this, if I just do Control D or Control R, you can see the formula is just moving different places. So from A5 to A6, and then A7, and then A8, A9. Same way, if I move towards right, it is jumping, the column is getting updated, like from A5 to B5 and so on. Okay, so here what we have to observe is called relative. So there is no freezing here, and the cell which is linked first time, which is A5, keep on changing based on our when we drag it to the other cells. Basically we copy paste from one cell to other cells. So this is going to play important role when you are writing formula in one single cell and reusing it multiple places. Okay, so if this happens with your formula, then it may not give you correct results in all the cases. Okay, so we have to ensure where we have to freeze the range. It means like where we have to make it absolute and where we want to make it relative. So this is called relative, right? Let us see the absolute reference. So absolute in the sense, let me select same Ananya Sharma, which is A5, and I'm giving you a giving here dollar and then here also a dollar. So this is called absolute, where I have freezed that row as well as column. So the column I have freezed by giving dollar symbol before A, and for row I have given dollar symbol before number 5. So both got freezed now. And let me do Control R, Control D. So anywhere I go, it will be still logged to A5 only. Okay. So wherever you copy paste the formula, it still be same formula. Okay, linked to the same cell basically. So this is called total absolute reference. So this absolute reference, we have multiple ways, like we can do absolute reference for both column and row, or we can do only for column, or we can do only for row as well. Okay, so based on our requirement, we have to select which option is better for us. So now let us go back to our VLOOKUP. So if you look at my VLOOKUP formula, what I did, I have given relative reference to the lookup value, because for each employee I have to do match and get the value. So sometimes it will be north, sometimes for some other employee it may be south. Okay, so this will keep on change. Whenever it is changed, based on that value I have to get the regional manager. Okay, that is the reason I have not given any freezing to my lookup value. Then coming to my second argument, which is table array. So if you look at my table array, I have freezed my column, which is A4, A, and then 4 row number also I have freezed with dollar, and then this is the ending point. So A4 to B4. So A4 is my starting cell and B8 is my ending cell. Okay, so let me go. You can see A4 to B8. So this range I have freezed because it includes everything. Okay, so I should not this range should not get changed based on my if I copy paste this to some other place. If I copy paste this basically this VLOOKUP to some other place, A4 to B8 should not change, because that data lies only to that particular area and there is no need of changing it keep on. Okay, so here we need compulsory lock. If we don't do locking or we don't do absolute reference here, let me show you the results how it is going to look. So the first cell you are going to get correct, and let me delete all other cells. And if I do Control D, as it is a relative reference, only first 4 rows I am able to get, because it was able to capturing. You can look at the address A7 to B11. So it got shifted from A4 to A7 to B11 to this range. It got shifted. So when it keeps on getting shifted, automatically there is no way for VLOOKUP to match the department and get you the regional manager name. Okay, so this VLOOKUP works in that fashion, like it picks up this value, department value, and goes into this file and see where it is matching, and related value it is going to pick up from this particular column and put it in this column. Okay, so when it keep on getting changed, when you look at this address A8 to B12, it is this range where where you don't have north at all. Okay, and but you are looking at here your lookup value is north, so you want to match with north, but you don't have north in the given table array range. That is the reason it is throwing you an error called not applicable. Okay, not available or nothing available. So basically you can take any error. Okay, so when this kind of error, this kind of error raise means there is no data for you to represent. So to avoid all this kind of errors, there are a lot of such errors which will make you stop while working. So to avoid all this kind of errors, we have to learn this absolute and relative reference and its importance. So in the first step itself, when we freeze, Okay, so I am using F4 function key to freeze it, and then I am going to do Control D, just everything will get updated. Okay, so this is the one of the fundamental concept of formulas, where we have to ensure the reference style is absolute or relative should be taken care. Okay, and also I want to say, not only absolute, relative also is equally important. So here if I do absolute, then for all the employees it will be Alok Bansal only. Okay, because for south it has to be changed from north to south, right? So here if I do absolute reference, always it will refer to the same employee. Okay, first employee only. Okay, so both are equally important, relative and absolute. Yeah, so this is how we have to use VLOOKUP, and also we have covered like bits and pieces by understanding each and every part of this VLOOKUP, and also the importance of certain concepts like relative references and absolute references. We also understand what is the display value and actual value in Excel, and we also understand like data types in Excel, like the text and numbers. Okay, now let us look at another example from a different family, different formula family. So we have looked at lookup, right? Let me show you another one. What is that? Full name length. Okay, okay, let us look at aggregation now. I want to show you aggregation formula, and then we can look at conditional. Okay, so aggregation is very fundamental and basic one, which most of the Excel users, or who have already has a lot of experience in working in Excel, they can easily understand and relate it. Okay, so if we take example sum, and if we add up all these numbers, okay, so I'm just giving D5 to D25 in my sum range, and it gives me total. So like this, these are fundamental aggregation formulas. So you have a lot of aggregation formulas like average. It gives you average of this total sales, and then you have max. So it gives you maximum value within that range. So these are the few formulas which are the basic aggregation formulas. Okay, and also you have kind of some more advanced formula like subtotal. Also subtotal inbuilt, it has all kind of aggregations within itself. Just we have to change the number to select the required aggregation, like sum, average, and so on. Okay, so these are very fundamental aggregation formulas. And then let us move on to conditional formulas. So to know about conditional formulas, let me give you an example where so here I have an example. So I have I'm writing here what is my current state basically. So in this blue color cell I am writing my current state. So I am saying my condition is basically, if I am thirsty, when I feel like drinking water, I'm thirsty, then I'm going to buy a water bottle. And if I am not thirsty but I want some tasty drink to have, then I want to get a soft drink in my result. Okay, so let me show you here. I will write thirsty here. Okay, so when I have written thirsty here, you can observe here automatically water bottle is updated. And if I write something else apart from thirsty, like I have written say tasty here, then automatically I'm getting soft drink. So what is this if condition? So this is called conditional formula. Okay, so if you look at D53, which is my blue colored cell, and if that cell consists of this thirsty text. Okay, so this also one of the fundamental rule with regard to formulas, where whenever you are using text, you have to ensure it is in the double quotes. Okay, done. So if my cell D35 is containing text called thirsty, so I am just checking D35 is equal to thirsty or not. So this gives me true or false. So it is saying false as of now because we have written tasty there. And so if it is equal to that, then if you look at my second argument, it is saying if it is equal to thirsty, then this E35 is going to display. So E35 we have water bottle, and if it is other than thirsty, then F45. Basically, if it is not true or if it is false, D35 is not equal to thirsty, then whatever we have in F35, that is going to come, which is soft drink. Okay, so simple if then else. If this is like this, do this. If it is not like this, then do this. Simple if then else. Okay, so if I write here thirsty, then I'm going to get water bottle. So this is how it is going to work. So this if condition, you can just try to put yourself in different situations, like a student marks, wherein if he got 35 marks, he's should be pass, or if he is less than 35, he should be treated as fail. So if it is greater than or equal to 35, he should be tagged as pass, or less than 35, he should be treated as fail. So like this, you can take one small simple condition and you can try for at your end, and you can easily get familiar with this if condition. Okay, so if condition is one of the important formula in Excel conditional formulas. Okay, next, coming to the another aggregation with the conditional aggregation, where I want to do sum but based on certain conditions. So if you look at my formula here, I have already written, so let me erase this one and I want to show you again. Okay, so here I have four departments, basically north, east, west, south, and I want to get the total sales for each region. So here we have a segregation at employee level, right? But I want to see a entire north sales. Okay, for this we are going to use SUMIFS. So here I am doing aggregation plus condition. Okay, so this falls into conditional basically as per our understanding, but as if you look at formulas, segregation formulas, categories of Excel, that will be something different. Okay, so as per your understanding, you can make your own classification of formulas to make yourself more comfortable with Excel. So for our understanding, we have put this into conditional formatting, where we want to do sum based on certain condition. So now my condition is region should be north, and then if it is north, then take that value and add up and give me the total of total north sales. Okay, so if you look at sum if syntax, first it is asking you the sum range. So there is sum if and sum ifs as well. So you have two things, one is sum if and another one is sum ifs. Okay, so if I take sum if, so sum if like an older version of Excel formula, and you have certain limitations, so I suggest use sum ifs, which has little bit advanced, and you have more features, and it is very easy to use basically instead of sum if. Okay, so if you take a look at sum ifs arguments syntax, there is sum range. So just select the range which you want to do sum. So I want to do sum of monthly sales, so I have selected that entire range, and here we required absolute reference because I'm going to write this formula only for north region, north department or region, and then I have to just do Control D for east, west and south. So the reference should be absolute, and then because if I drag it, it should not get changed, which is going to happen with the relative. Okay, then it is asking me criteria range. So the criteria range is basically department. Criteria is conditional, on which condition you want to do. So my condition is on department, so I have selected department, and then north. So this should be relative, because when it is north, it should give me north total, and when it is east, it should be give me east total. So this should be relative. So I'm not doing any freezing here, I'm not using any F4. F4 is for freezing. Okay, then Control D. So this is for north total sales, total monthly sales, and this is for east total monthly sales, and this is for west. So I'm just doing Control D. Okay, you can use copy and paste also, which is also same thing. Okay, so you can also cross check by validating the formula. So applying a formula itself is not complete. You have to validate whether your formula is giving desired result or not. So let us do a small filter. So I have selected this range. So you can apply filter in multiple ways. You have shortcuts as well. Let us go to data tab. So from home, I've just moved to data tab, and then you have filter. So first, before doing all these things, you have to select from using your mouse or whichever method you follow, you can select this entire range. Okay, you can select shift, and with the help of mouse you can select this entire range, or keyboard, anything, and then come to data tab and then click on filter, so that the entire data gets filtered. And then if you select north, okay, and if I select only this numbers which relates to north, you can see the total at the bottom. Okay, so here you can add multiple arithmetic operations. You have a lot of operations as well, not only arithmetic, there are a lot of other features which you want, you can add. Okay, so sum is already added, and I can see sum 373000, which is the same thing we got here for north. So this is the way you can validate whether your formula, once you have written the formula, is proper or not. Okay, so this is one of the important concept, one of the important family, which is conditional family, conditional formula family. Okay, let us move on to the other family, which is called text and data and time. So let us see text first. So text, I want to show you. So as already we have learned what is text data type, what it includes, and what are the various things which it is going to cover, like space. So let me show you that example now here. So len, I have used len formula, which is part of text family, formula family. So I am using len, and it has only one argument. It is asking me text simple. Okay, so I am just selecting the full name, which is text, full text, and also it includes a space between it, so that space is also taken as 1. So basically len formula is going to work as an count of letters. So a is 1, so total how many letters you have? Total 13 letters it has. Space is also taken 1 position. Okay, space is also counted as 1. Okay, if you have 2 spaces, then it is going to count as 2. Okay, so space is also counted as one of these characters. Fine, let me just do Control D. So this is the total length of different names we have, employee names, different all the employee names length basically. And I want to show you another formula wherein I want to get the first name of employee, like Ananya from Ananya Sharma, and Rohit from Rohit Verma, and Priya from Priya Nair. Okay, so we have lot of advanced formulas. Previously it used to be very hectic or very difficult, or we have to include multiple formulas together to extract full first name from the employee name, or any name, basically any person's name. So here we have text after or text before. So let us use text before for this case, and I have selected the employee full name. So this is a new and latest formula which been added in Microsoft Excel. Okay, you have a lot of arguments, so don't get worry of all these arguments. Let us only focus on first and second argument for now, and the third argument is also not really required, but let us, I will do just simple introduction to that. So the first argument have fulfilled, sorry, comma, and then the second argument is delimiter. So the delimiter is the part from before which you want to get the text. So if you look at the text formula itself, it is saying text before. Okay, so it is saying text before means something you need a text before certain text. Okay, so I am saying I want a text before space, so that I can get only first names. Okay, so here the delimiter is called space. So before space, whatever is available in column A, I want to get that. And then you have instance number, which is like if you have multiple spaces, then you have to give a number which space, first space or second space. Before first space you need the text, or after the second space you need the full text. Okay, so this is a little bit advanced, which is not needed right now. Let us focus very simple. I have one space, and I want to get the first name before to that space, whatever text be available before to that space I want to get. So then this is Ananya. Okay, so we have pulled everything from Ananya to Devansh, and this is how you have to use a text before formula. And let us move on to other family, which is date and time family. So here we have date and time. There are a lot of formulas in date and time which we will be using in day-to-day Excel life, where you have today, EO month, and so on, advanced formulas as well. So let us try to see one of the important formula, which is dated if. So this is A formula which you will not have syntax, because this has been set up separately, where you, if you write, you will just see like this and you can't see syntax. So for that reason I have mentioned here, if you want to get full year count, so the data diff is going to tell you age of any specific thing. Okay, basically if you give your date of birth and if you want to calculate till today what is your age in years, you can get that. Okay, and if you want to calculate a tenure of an employee, if you want to calculate an age of any property or asset, or if you want to calculate anything life, like a life period, then you can use time period, you can use this data diff. So let us use and this data diff and get the tenure. You will not get in this references also, but if you write, then it is going to work. Okay, so I have written data diff and I want to get the employees, my employees tenure, so how many years they have been working in my organizations I want to get. So I have joining date in handy, so in C column I have joining date, so I have selected cell C9, which is their start date, and I want to calculate for till today. Okay, so till today I'm going to write today. Today is one of the important data for date formulas which will give you just today's date. So if you open this Excel workbook tomorrow, then this today formula will work, will update for tomorrow's date automatically. So every day today's date it is going to take up. Okay, and then there is another argument which we have to fill up for this data diff, which is y, which will give you full years. Okay, so from 2021 March to 2026 till date, which is August 2nd, then he has completed 5 years. Okay, 5 full years, so there could be some months also additional. Those will be get ignored in this argument where we have given y. Okay, if you give ym, then you will get that additional leftover months which are not part of full year, full completed year. Okay, so let us do Control D for this this as well. So you got years for all the employees, tenure basically. Okay, so this is one of the very useful formula in dates. So then I want to proceed towards AO month. AO month is my favorite date formula, where you can get with one single formula multiple results basically. Okay, so I have taken some sample dates here. Okay, these are my sample dates, and this formula is AO month formula basically. Remove the space. Okay, so suppose I have these dates and I want to get a month end date for this specific date. So September 2023, I want to get month end date for that September month basically. So I have calculated here. So if you look at the formula, okay, let me write again here. It is very straightforward and simple. So you can see your month, and if you look at the syntax, it is asking me the start date. Okay, so my start date is this. For this dates, I want month end date. So for that specific start date, I want month end date, means I have to give 0 in months, second argument. Okay, I have to give 0. Then it gives me that current month, basically current month end date. Okay, and simply you can do Control D. So as I have to reuse this formula again and again, so I have not given any absolute reference, I have given relative reference here. Then coming to the same formula, how to get using the same formula to get the next month beginning date, it is very simple. You can do +1. So dates and time falls as a numerical at the back end of Excel, so you can do arithmetic operations with those things. Okay, so what I did is, like, I have used the same formula. So what you can see here, E44,0 in your month, same thing I have written here, and I have just added +1. So I'm just calculating month end and I'm doing +1. Then it gives me next available day, which will be automatically the next month beginning date. Okay, so this is how you can get next month beginning date. And the same formula I have used, and I got the prior month end date, which is the month before to the my date. So my start date is September. So basically my start date is one of the date in September, and I want to get prior month, whatever month is there prior to this start date, that month's end date. So here you can see this is September 27th, right? So I got August 31st here. So this is a month prior to September, and it's month end date. So to get this, in place of 0 I have given -1. Okay, so this goes 1 month back. Okay, and then you have current month and current month start date, which is basically whatever date you have given, right? September 27 2023. If you want 1st September date for this current, basically whichever date you have given, that month's starting date you need, then it is very simple. You need to calculate prior month end date using -1. So I have done same thing. So I have did just +1 to the prior month end date. So I have already calculated prior month end date here, right? Okay, just a second. Yeah, so already have calculated prior month end date here, right? So I have did +1 to that, then I got easily the current month end date. So if I want, I can write the formula here. Your month, this is my start date, and I want to get the prior month end date first, so which is August 31st, and if I do +1, then this becomes the current month starting date. Okay, yeah. And there is another feature which is like we have first we have calculated the next month end date, right? Next month beginning date, right? So I want to get next month end date also. I can get in place of 0 -1 for other two cases we have written. So here we have to write +1 so that you get next month end date. So like this you can get 2 months end date as well. So suppose next to after 2 months, what is my month end date? After 2 months, month end date basically. So for this also you can use your month, comma, you can put 2 instead of 1. Okay, let me format this into date format. So here you can see 31st October, right? And then here you got 30th November. Okay, and so on. So this is one of my favorite formulas in Excel, which gives me different dates with one single formula. Just we have to tweak the syntax, we have to tweak the argument as per our requirement. Okay, so let us move on to some other things like yeah, so these are a few things which we thought of I thought of covering up in the live session, but fine, this are already done. Let me show you again, no problem. Okay, yeah. Okay, this sheet is ready now. Yeah, let us begin. So this is the same case which I want to show, where I want to here I'm going to show you like there is Ananya Sharma, and I want to split that name into Ananya and Sharma, first and last name basically. So this we can do multiple ways. We can just copy and paste one by one. Okay, that is a manual procedure where we copy this Ananya and then Sharma and then paste it separately. But there is one simple trick where you can do is like you can write you should be having full name here on the left side, and the beside column you should be having this first name. Okay, whatever you need here, like Ananya have written, and just select the range for the rest of the names. Okay, ensure you have left side filled up, and this select the other cells which are blank and press Ctrl E. Okay, then this is called flash fill, which is not a dynamic or which is not an formula, which is like an a static method where you get results based on the current value. Suppose if I change this Ananya to Ganesh Iyer, sorry, Divya to Ganesh Iyer, still this will be showing as Divya, because previously when I have selected and pressed Ctrl E, this was Divya. Okay, so this is not a formula which is like a trick or an at that moment going to help you. Okay, so this is very simple to use. You cannot use at a time both first and last name, and you cannot do control E. You have to select just one column at one time. Okay, just do control E. Okay, then you can get the results. So this is one trick I want to share with you all. And then coming to the other trick, which is control T to make your range into normal range into a table format basically. So let me convert this back into range. Yeah, so I'm going to make it as a normal table so that, okay, yeah, then I will put some background color for this. Okay, fine. So this is normal table, normal range basically. But when you press Control T to any range or any table, which data range basically, which has some headers, you can see it becomes a proper table. So the difference between borders, look and feel. So the look and feel. So if you look at the top data as well, it looks like a table, but is not a real table. But when you come to this one where we have did Control T and it become a table, you can see an additional menu added at the top. It says table design basically, and when you go to a normal range, that menu get disappear. So this is how you can differentiate easily. And it also has some name, like here it got a default name of table 1. You can give your desired names as well to these tables, and this will help you to move or search your tables easily from one place to another place. And you lost your table somewhere, it is there, you can just search it. You can type in this place, it will take you to that table. Okay, this particular small cell. Fine. So what are the advantages of this table? So one of the advantages just now I shared, like you can, if you lost your table somewhere and you know that is in table format, then you can simply search with the table name. Here you have to remember the name. So if you search with that name, you can just reach to the table. And the other change, another advantage with this table format is, like, suppose here I have units and price. Let us assume both is like sales, sold units and sales price, and I want to get the sales value basically. Sales value, which is a multiplication of units into price. So this we can do like this. Okay, units into price. So I'm just writing for one single cell, and you can see the magic. So it automatically calculates for rest of the table. So this is the advantage of table. When you write formula in one single cell on the first cell itself, then automatic all other cells will get updated. Okay. And also another advantage is, like, suppose here I have 4 line items, which is notebook, pen, marker and stapler. And if I am adding another line item here, like A4 paper, then automatically the formatting stuff will be taken care and the formula is in place. So if I write here like 5 papers I have sold and each for 2 rupees, then automatically my sale value is 10 rupees. Okay, so these are the few advantages of Control T, the table range, which is the Control T shortcut for that. Okay, then coming to custom number format, this is also another trick wherein you can change the display value. So this custom number format which I am going to talk is like playing with display values basically. So suppose I have here 1,50,000, but I want to show it as 150k. So you can look at the hint below I have given. You can just hit Control 1 and then you can select the custom. Then you have to type 0, k in double quotes, because k is text, it should be in double quotes. Okay, and then okay, so you can see. So here it says as 150k, but actual value it is 1,50,000 at the background. Okay, 83k here it got rounded off, but actual value is 82,500. And same thing here, it is 9,40,000, it is showing 940k, and it is 12,000 and also 12k here. Okay, so this is like you can play around with the custom formats. There are a lot of deep concept also in this custom format, which we can see in later videos, but later workshops. So this is one of the trick you can play around. And then coming to the next trick, which is a free autofill fill handle. So here we have to look at there's a fundamental thing only where if I write multiplying units into price. Okay, And if you observe here, there is one small corner square box kind of thing right at the dot kind of, this is called fill handle. So if I double click here, then automatically it fills up to the range you have the data. Okay, so this is one of the autofill options. Actually it does copy from top which is filled up to the all other rest of the cells to the extent left side available data. Okay, so this is one trick. And then the last one which I want to share, like if you write any formula and there are a lot of syntax and you want to capture the syntax, or you want to see what exactly this syntax has, what exactly arguments you have in this syntax, so you can use the shortcut Control Shift A, which gives you the entire VLOOKUP syntax with the detailed arguments. Okay, and then you can try to analyze and understand or make a relationship with your data. So then before using any formula, you have to understand what formula inputs are required, whether you have all those data with you, and where in which place what should go. You have to decide, so that when your result is up, then you can easily correlate. So why you got this number, then you can easily correlate. Okay, so this is one of the trick which I want to share. And then this is the home work I want to share back to you, which is already part of the email which I have shared yesterday. You can try once this one also, where try to use this formulas knowledge and fill up these numbers. So don't worry, where you have some hints which is basically answer itself. You can try this, and if you copy also there is no issue, but try to understand why this formula only have to be used, or you have any other ways you can achieve the same result. Okay, so then you will yourself get engaged into this Excel learning one by one. Okay, fine. So this is all together I want to cover in this Excel related stuff, and these are few things which just now we have seen, like self learning things, wherein like if you type any Excel, automatically you are going to get something. If I type VLOOKUP, you can see that long description about the formula. Okay, and if you click on FX button, suppose if I type V and I can see VLOOKUP at this position, and if I click this button, then automatically VLOOKUP will come up. Okay, so that is what I'm going to share I was sharing here. And then there is an Control Shift A, which we have just now seen, to get the arguments as a placeholders, and then F1 to for full help. So this is the basic fundamental thing. If you press F1 in Excel, then you are going to get a help menu up, and then you can type your query there. Okay, then these are the tricks just now we have seen. Okay, and now we will go to our macro session. Okay, so we are left with 10 minutes and we are going to cover the macro part now. So let me open the other file. So I'm wantedly opening a normal Excel file, which is .xlsx extension, and let me save this file. Okay, so I have closed the other one which we have used till now, and now I have just opened my Excel macro file. Okay, so the first step, if you look at it, is asking me to the file save as, choose Excel macro enable.xlsm macros only, save in this format. Okay, so always remember, in Excel when you want to work with macros, you have to ensure your workbook is saved in this manner. Okay, so there are other file types you can save which also supports macros, but this is the proper file type which was given by Microsoft, and which is a known format. Actually, you have Excel B, Excel SB, and .xls also, which can hold the macros, but this is a preferred method. Okay, so let us do save as now. And already I have with the same name, so I'm just selecting macro enabled one. So already I have this with the same name. I'm going to replace that one. So it is asking me to replace, so I'm saying okay, replace. So now my file extension name is .xlsm. Hope everyone can see here, it is very tiny and small at the top. Okay, if not, you can look at this also. Okay, let let's go to the Excel back, and the next one is enabling the developer tab. Okay, so right now you can already see there is developer in my sheet, but usually Excel has forcefully turned off this option to everyone. So in order to get this option, you have to go to File, Options, and then you have to go to Custom Ribbon. So here you will see the developer option. So by default it will be untick, or it will be not visible at the first place like in the normal Excel file. So you have to select this box and click OK. Okay, then automatically this developer tab will get appeared and you can see all these options. Fine. The next step is a record macro. So let us look at this data. So I have data, and also there are some headers. Okay, so you can see the region, the product, unit sold, and the revenue. Okay. So now there is some formatting issue where I want to bold my headers and make some background color to it. So what we want to do is, like, we want to, from here we can just go to this macros part. Yeah. So I want to just bold the headers and see how the macro code is going to get generated. So we have the benefit in Excel VBA is we can record the macro and analyze the code. So we will get the code ready-made and we can analyze and reuse it again and again. Okay, so just have selected cell A1 and I'm clicking record macro. So the macro name will be macro 1, or else you can give your own, whatever name you want, and ensure you give proper name. Okay, so always start with text. For now, remember, always start with text, ABCD or anything. Okay, not any special characters, just alphabets. Then coming to a shortcut, don't use any shortcuts, that is not preferred. And always keep a store in this workbook until unless you have very familiar and you know everything, then you can play with this. But for now you can just select this workbook and click OK. So the recording is started. You can see here it is showing a stop recording, so it is in recording mode now. You can also see the play the button. Okay, when you click here the macro recording will stop, or else when you click here the macro recordings will stop. Okay, fine, the recording is on. So now I am going to perform actions, and the code will get generated at the back end. Let us observe after the our steps are done. Okay, so I'm going to select the range from A1 to D1 and bold it, control B, then go to home tab, and I want to put some background color like green. Okay, so this is the things I want to do with my macro, and I am done. So I have already recorded it, and I want to go to developer tab back and stop this recording. So right now you are going to have a feature of VBA scripts as well, which is JavaScripts. Okay, which is JavaScripts basically. Right now we don't want to learn this part. This is going to work in your teams. When you share this Excel file into teams, the people who are working professionals are aware of this. So when you put your Excel file into teams, when you from there you want to run macros, or from web you want to run macros or some kind of automations, then that office scripts will be helping you. Okay, so we'll skip that one. Let us go to VBA back, and you can, in developer tab, you can see this Visual Basic, right? Just click on that one, and then you can see there is one module part is added. Now I want to see where is my code and all those things, right? So you can see here the module 1 is been added, right? So this is the place your code exists. So don't worry of all these things, black and white and gray screen, everything. So once you double click on module 1, the code whatever is written, so we have a given name as macro 1, right? So that is the same thing we are seeing here. So in one module you can have lot of macros. You can write so many macros. Okay, and so this is one of the macro which is called macro 1. So don't need to worry about all these technical words like sub and all those stuff for now. And what actions we did, we will try to recollect, and we will see, we will analyze this code, which will be very simple and straightforward English. There is nothing rocket science in this Excel VBA, which is very easy to learn. Okay, so I have selected range 1, A1 to D1. So if you look at my Excel, I have selected same thing, range A1 to D1. So you can see range A1 to D1 dot select, and whatever is selected, that is called selection. And then I have made that selected font to bold. That is the reason, selection dot font true. Okay, so I made that bold into true. Earlier it was false, I have turned it into true, I made it into bold. And then there are other lines which got generated here, okay, which are basically related to my background color. Okay, so let us try to put one button and try to reuse this macro, and whether it is giving me desired results or not, we are going to check. So simply I can go to insert, and you will have shapes here. Just select some rectangle or whatever shape you like, and you can give some name to this button, like format my headers. Okay, and you want to just increase the font, select the entire text, and you want to make it in the central element, you can make it and make it bold. And also you want to give a proper button look, just select that shape and go to this one. Now you will have some bevel option, just select this one. So now this looks proper button, and right now this button is there, but it does not have any action or macro linked. So how to link a macro to this button? Just right click on this button, you will have option assign macro, then our macro one, which is one which we have created just now, and click OK. So now you have assigned a macro to this button. So if you now the symbol changes, you can see the hand symbol. Once the cursor, if you hover onto this button, you can see there is a change in this icon, basically not symbol, icon, sorry. So now I want to just remove the bold, and I want to remove the background color also. And if I click this button, automatically it performs the same action. Okay, so this is how we are going to create Excel macros. We will record and analyze the code, and we'll learn. So a lot of people will feel like Excel macros is very tough and it's something alien language we can't learn. It is a very simple plain English language. You can see here, just now we have seen it is very simple plain English language. Okay, and you can easily learn. I want to show you one more thing as well. Let me show you again. So I will reformat it back to the normal text. So when I place my cursor in this code window right side, and if I hit F8, remember F8, and the macros start executing one by one line, this will help you. So let me go back again. Let me go back again and remove this bold. Yeah, so this will help you to understand what each line relates to. Okay, so I am hitting F8, and let me select some different cell in this Excel, and you can play both sides simultaneously. That is the advantage in Excel VBA. Okay, and if you hit F8 now, what we are saying in our code, range A1 to D1 select, right? Then it is going to select in everything A1 to D1, see that specific range. And then whatever you have selected, I want to make that selected into bold. So now that is also completed. So selection dot font dot bold equal to true, that action is also now done. Okay, next line is this one. So we will see whether this line has any effect in my Excel. So this does not have anything, and the other one, the other line is also not doing anything. Now let us, so whichever is in yellow, that is the line which is going to run. Okay, and the previous line is just completed. So this action is completed and we don't see anything happen. And yeah, so this has some impact. So this has changed my background color, and then this also does not have any impact. This also does not have any impact. End width also does not have, end sub also does not have. Okay, so though they don't have any impact, but they are doing some work. We will learn those things in detailed Excel VBA workshops. Okay, so this is I want to show you the breakup of code, like how it works, and the basic formulas in Excel, and background of Excel formulas and background of Excel VBA. So this is what I want to cover for today, and these are the few things related to your macro. So I feel this one hour workshop will be giving you like fair and good knowledge on Excel, and what all things we can easily and quickly remember and reuse them again and again. And you can just I want to cover few more things like what we are going to come up in future, like our plans. In We are in plan like to launch lot of more Excel workshops. So fundamentally what I have observed with regard to this Excel part, so whenever various training institutions where I have involved, I have seen like whoever joins Excel workshop, right, Excel training course, basically the full course, they will not stay for a long time. They may drop in between, and they may also feel of those a person stay from one full course also, he may completely not learn the Excel in full-fledged manner, because there will be a lot of things like he cannot concentrate the entire course in the same attention. What when he started, he may have 100% attention, or 100% he may invest the time in that, but later on he cannot invest due to certain reasons. So there could be a lot of challenges which he want to which he may face, and he will divert from the actual Excel topic. So based on all these things, what I feel like, instead of learning everything in one go, whenever you get some time, you learn small chunks of Excel. So that is the reason we made this Excel workshops, independent workshops, where one session is not dependent on other. All are independent workshops, but there is a flow. You have to do certain workshops, then only you can attend certain workshops. So there will be certain flow which will be taken care, but all workshops are like independent workshops. So if you follow certain order and you do one by one, you attend our workshops, then you will get proficiency to that extent. Whatever workshop you've attended, to that extent you will be proficient, and also it is comfortable at your pace of learning. Like the next workshop when you want to take, you can take based on your availability and your comfort. Okay, so now you feel like I got more on formulas part, now I can slowly learn pivot tables. Once you are learned with pivot tables and you have used in your daily day-to-day work, and you feel like this is also working well, and then slowly you feel like now let me try for VLOOKUP, then you can take VLOOKUP. Okay, so there is also Power Query, which is also one of the very important concept in Excel. You have to there is separate workshop we have linked to that one as well. So these are the various workshops we have planned for now. These are one kind of a try or in like a sample visual which we have created just to share in this workshop. And there are a lot more things which are going to come. We are also planning for Python workshops as well. We have also segregated certain things on a high level basis, but this may change or may not change. We will see once we have get into the more when we are going to start these workshops. Okay, so the dates are going to come soon, and you can just follow us on Instagram and YouTube channels. We will share latest updates and our progress, and these all workshops we will be running from somewhere like 1 to 3 hours maximum, I am assuming. So it may not go more than 3 hours, because no one can remember if we put lot of time in one go. So maximum 2 to 2.5 hour to 2.5 to 3 hours. Within 3 hours we may close, which is like a maximum upper limit I'm saying, but mostly it will be like short term only, and we have priced it in a minimal range of price like 299. Okay, yeah. So this is what I want to cover in this today's workshop. Okay, so whoever missed the workshop, they can enjoy this video, and whoever watched till now, thanks all for joining this watching this video, and thank you all. Hope this workshop will help you in some extent in your daily Excel or day-to-day Excel work. Okay, thank you.